See what mental fitness can do.
Call 800-228-1200 for this special introductory offer. 13 weeks for just $29.50 with a money-back guarantee. 13 weeks, $29.50. Phone 800-228-1200 now for the Wall Street Journal.
Anchor makes your baby special top. Anchor's your bottle of perfume. We set the table in your dining room. Anchor microware lets you cook fast. Anchor ovenware's made to last. We bring you little things and more. We open up your doors. Anchor Hawking. We serve you in so many ways. We're your anchor. We're with you every day. Anchor Hawking.
From WCCO Television News, this is Update.
Good morning. I'm Alan Cox, substituting for Tony Saffold. After weeks of planning and publicity, the Guardian Angels debuted on the streets of Minneapolis last night. 70 recruits turned out, and about half that number donned distinctive red berets and hit the streets of South Minneapolis. One group reportedly had a non-violent confrontation with members of a youth gang near the White Earth housing area. Otherwise, the Angels' opening night was greeted by thanks of neighborhood residents and business owners and the tolerance of local police. The group's leaders say they will return to patrol different parts of Minneapolis later this week. One indication of the challenge the crime-fighting group faces, their headquarters building was the target of a rock that broke a window. The FAA is downplaying the danger from 3 incidents involving Northwest Airlines jets earlier this month. In separate occasions, 2 jets at Twin Cities International came closer than regulations permit to smaller private planes. Another incident occurred near Dubuque. An FAA spokesman says neither Twin Cities incident appears to be very serious on the surface, in his words. The agency last year investigated 700 incidents around the country that could be termed near mid-air collisions, incidents that caused no injuries or damage. Ramsey County and the city of Mounds View have tentatively agreed to allow pipeline testing beginning today. Government representatives are to appear this morning before a federal judge along with William Brothers Pipeline Company. The 3 parties agreed among themselves to permit tests on the pipeline with water at up to 1,900 pounds per square inch. That would be near the spot where the pipeline ruptured this summer, causing a gasoline inferno that killed 2. Mounds View and Ramsey County will demand details of the test results, and they want another day in court this fall for a judge's ruling on whether Williams Brothers can resume pumping petroleum through the line. The soggy details of the weather forecast in a moment.
2.9%. It's the lowest rate we've ever offered here at Towsley Ford, and our customers are really taking advantage of it. Hundreds of new Fords sold already, and we'll sell hundreds more the rest of the month. So now's a great time to buy a great used car. Most makes and models are available, and add to that our special low-rate bank financing program. These may be our best used car values ever. Plus, 2.9% financing on most new Fords. So no matter where you live in the Northland, it's worth the trip to Towsley Ford, White Bear Lake.
Cecil means quality, so if you're thinking about building a new home, now is the time. Because we can finance both your lot and foundation. You choose the location. And while interest rates are still low, it's easy to afford any of our 8 new designs. And at Cecil, we use only name brand materials, so you have total control over the building of your home. Plus, you still save a lot of money by doing the easy finishing work yourself.
Just remember Cecil.
Call us at 645-0331.
For 5 years, the Pillsbury Company has been committed to putting the Twin Cities in the race for the best marathon in the country. Now it is the U.S. Marathon Championship. I'm Pat Miles. October 12th, WCCO Television will join Pillsbury as Minnesota's best compete with the nation's top marathon runners in the Twin Cities Marathon. Pillsbury has created the starting line, our nation's athletes have committed to training, and you have the hometown advantage. The Twin Cities Marathon exclusively on Channel 4.
And now our forecast of September storms. Cloudy and windy today with periods of rain and thunderstorms. Another chance for showers and thunderstorms tonight and tomorrow. The Twin Cities temperature now is 55 degrees. And that's the latest from the WCCO television newsroom. We'll have more at 6:25, but first, the CBS Morning News.
If you've got 2 minutes, you can make micro magic. French fries that are made to be microwaved. So they come out golden brown with real deep fried taste that's downright delicious. For a quick fix and snack or a meal in minutes, reach for Micro Magic. Handy single servings or the box that's big enough to share. Micro Magic is made to be microwaved anytime.
I knew you'd love the Renaissance Festival. Kids, what did you like best?
Jousting! Chocolate strawberries! Jacob's ladder was fun! Having my face painted! I could eat 1 billion turkey legs! I like the jugular!
I like the crafts and the beautiful costumes. I didn't get to see everything. Let's go again next weekend.
Yeah, can we?
Bob, what did you like best?
The educational demonstrations, of course.
The Minnesota Renaissance Festival. Education can be fun.
Wheel of Fortune, tonight.
This morning, some Soviet UN employees may be headed home as the United States turns on the pressure in the Danilov affair. The death toll mounts in a South African gold mine fire now called the worst ever. New tests may lead to a concrete link between Agent Orange and the diseases afflicting Vietnam vets, and to look at some jeans commercials that may or may not be a perfect fit. All ahead this Wednesday, September 17th on the CBS Morning News.
It's my water bedroom's anniversary with special anniversary sale prices.
Take your choice of any of these 3 waterbeds for an incredible $2.99 while supplies last.
Take home a beautiful 4-piece bedroom set, including complete waterbed, dresser with mirror and nightstand. Your choice just $8.99.
During the Water Bedroom's anniversary sale, cash in on big savings plus have no payments for 90 days and 3-month interest-free financing.
Hurry, this is a limited offer.
Going on now on all Water Bedroom superstores.
Meet the competition. They play tough, but we're out to beat them at their own game by bringing you the best videotape we know how to make, and the best value, too. SKC videotape. Great performance, vibrant color, superb sound, and the durability to use over and over. Try SKC. See why other tapes don't like us, and you're going to love us. We've even earned the Good Housekeeping seal.
From WCCO Television News, this is Update.
Good morning. I'm Alan Cox, substituting for Tony Saffold, who has a few days off. Opening night in Minneapolis was something less than angelic for the Guardian Angels. Somebody put a rock through the headquarters window in South Minneapolis while new recruits were out on patrol. In all, 70 recruits for the civilian crime-fighting force turned out last night. About 30 actually headed into the night for training and more recruiting. They got a generally warm welcome from residents and store owners and acceptance by Minneapolis police. But at the White Earth housing area, members of a local youth gang warned the Angels not to invade their turf. There will be more patrols tomorrow night in downtown Minneapolis. Williams Brothers Pipeline Company and local officials, at odds most of the summer since a deadly pipeline explosion, have reached an agreement. The company, the city of Mounds View, and Ramsey County are due in federal court later this morning. They've agreed to pressurize testing of the line with water and the sharing of test results. But all sides will end up in court again before gasoline is allowed back in the pipeline, as it was the morning in July when a leak and fire killed 2. The initial test and a follow-up to make sure the test itself doesn't cause damage to the line will take 2 months. 2 giant Twin Cities-based farm cooperatives are talking about a possible joint venture or even a merger. The Pioneer Press and Dispatch quotes sources near Land O'Lakes and Cinex as confirming talks are underway, confirmation the co-op's official spokespeople won't give. A Land O'Lakes and Cinex merger would create the 3rd largest co-op in the country. No word how a merger would affect employment levels at the 2 organizations. No one said it would be quiet. Less than a week since their primary victories, the candidates for Minnesota governor are after each other. IR nominee Cal Ludeman says DFL Governor Rudy Perpich should fess up about what he agreed to during foreign travels. Ludeman says Perpich is likely to return to foreign shores if he's reelected. But the governor charges Ludeman is out of touch with Minnesota voters, that Ludeman wasn't even in touch with fellow Republicans when he sat in the legislature. One could argue it's more for the record books than anything else, but the Minnesota Twins fight on. They beat Cleveland 7-3 last night in Ohio. Rookie Billy Beane shined with 2 hits, one of them a 3-run homer, which has him dreaming, like Twins fans, of spring training. We'll have a look at the weather in a moment.
Our lawyers are in courtrooms like this every day, representing people, not corporations. At Hyatt Legal Services, we concentrate on personal cases like divorce, probate, accidents, and bankruptcy. So we handle a lot of them. For just $20, you can consult with one of our attorneys and feel confident we have the experience to back it up. I'm Joel Hyatt, and you have my word on it. We took the fear out of legal fees across the country and in your neighborhood.
If your home is anything like mine, you'll really appreciate the special reupholstering bonus Park is offering right now. For limited time only, every piece of furniture Park reupholsters comes with a stain-repelling Scotch Guard treatment at no additional charge. Call Park, the Twin Cities' leading reupholsterer, today. Prices start at just $199 for any sofa or 2 chairs, and that includes labor and fabric, plus free Scotch guarding.
The hours some dentists keep are enough to make you grind your teeth. But now, Great Teeth has opened at Sears, so it's easier than ever to get an appointment. Great Teeth is open 7 days a week with the same convenient hours as Sears. And you can charge your visits on your Sears or other major credit cards. Great Teeth Dental Center, located at Sears. We give you something to smile about.
Call now for your back-to-school appointment.
Now here's the dark and dreary forecast from the WCCO Weather Center. Cloudy today and windy with periods of rain and thunderstorms, the high near 60. Not much cooler tonight, a low of about 55, and not much different. Cloudy with a chance of showers and storms, and the same should hold true tomorrow. Winds today should be southerly, 15 to 25 miles an hour. For now, the temperature in the Twin Cities is 53 degrees. We'll return here with more local news in 55 minutes. Now we return to the CBS Morning News from New York.
The CBS Morning News continues with Charlie Rose and Faith Daniels.
Good morning again. There is a new twist in the long and sorrowful story of the American hostages in Lebanon. It is a letter purportedly written by one of those hostages, David Jacobson. A letter accusing President Reagan of paying more attention to the American newsmen arrested in Moscow than to the Americans kidnapped in Beirut. In a few minutes, David Jacobson's son joins us to talk about that letter. Also this half hour, Walter Cronkite will be here to talk about everything from sailing to CBS. And we'll find out what the ad people are doing to make sure your blue jeans are new jeans. We begin, however, with the latest news and...
This is how I have my say. This is how I say what I thought about it all, and I say no.
My husband says that it reminds me, and laughs and says that I would call him at home and go, Jack, we've got to reassess our lives. We have so much to be thankful for. And he goes, well, I know we are. It's wonderful.
With Night Mother and quite possibly a 5th Oscar nomination, Sissy Spacek has a very impressive career behind her and a very bright career before her. Quite an achievement for a first-rate actress who started out as a teenage pop singer with the unlikely name of Rainbow.
The name wasn't chosen for me, but I was chosen for the name. I think there was a record company who had a name and a song all picked out, and they just needed a person. Here, she could be Rainbow. It was that kind of situation. Thank heavens nothing favorable happened while I was Rainbow. Or you might be speaking to Rainbow now.
Dennis Cunningham, CBS News.
From WCCO Television News, this is Update.
Good morning. Alan Cox substituting for Tony Saffold. William Brothers Pipeline Company and the city of Mounds View have called a truce, however brief. They will tell a federal judge this morning they've tentatively agreed to high-pressure testing of the pipeline that ruptured in a deadly explosion this summer. Beginning as soon as today, the pipeline company will pump water through parts of the line at 1,900 pounds per square inch. After that, a second test will try to determine whether the first test caused any weakness. Mounds View and Ramsey County still want a court hearing before gasoline returns to the line. They fear an explosion like the one that killed 2 people in July. The new tests may take 6 weeks to 2 months to complete. A Minnesota State trooper was assaulted when he stopped a driver on a Minneapolis freeway early today. The trooper was struck in the head during a traffic stop on I-35W near 28th Street. The Minnesota trooper got an escort to an ambulance and a trip to the hospital, where he was treated briefly for his injury. Police have now issued a warrant charging a suspect with 4th-degree assault of a law enforcement officer. The Guardian Angels will turn their attention to downtown Minneapolis tomorrow night. That follows their first outing on Minneapolis streets. The local chapter of the self-styled law enforcement group walked through South Minneapolis with 30 fresh recruits yesterday evening and 30 more waiting in the wings. The Angels wear distinctive berets and look for signs of trouble. Their vigilance appears welcome among neighborhood residents worried about crime. But a youth group near the White Earth housing area told the Angels to stay away. While the Angels walked with accompanying kids and reporters, someone shoved a brick through the window of the group's headquarters at Lake Street and 15th Avenue. No one was hurt. A government spokesman says what happened to 2 Northwest airline jets, as he puts it, is not a great big thing. But in separate incidents early this month, the jets came within a few hundred feet of private aircraft. Both happened near Twin Cities International Airport. And a third incident occurred near Dubuque. All apparently qualify for investigation by the Federal Aviation Administration as near mid-air collisions, but the agency spokesman points out that about 700 similar investigations took place last year around the country. 1 week into the general election campaign, and the 2 candidates for governor of Minnesota are aiming for what each considers the other's weak spots. Governor Rudy Perpich attacked challenger Cal Ludeman's voting record. Perpich said Ludeman was too negative when he sat in the Minnesota House. Ludeman, meanwhile, says Perpich may have made secret deals during his overseas travel and may return to the air lanes if he is reelected. What has generally helped farmers through the summer has become a hindrance. Excessive rain in Minnesota, averaging an inch above normal for September across the state, has put some row crops behind schedule as harvest approaches. We'll have the immediate outlook for the immediate area when we return.
Any way you slice it, you get more of what you need. From the only group dental plan that was established not for profit, but to make long-term dental health affordable for more Minnesota people. Delta Dental. You go to your own dentist, you have a healthier set of teeth.
Hey, Mom, what's for dinner? What would you like? Something special.
Vandecamp's frozen fish.
Something different. Correction, very different.
They taste fresh because they're frozen fresh, and they're dipped in crispy golden breadcrumbs or fresh egg batter for a taste your family will love.
Remember, Mom likes something fast. No problem there, Mom.
Vandecamp's, the freshest ideas in frozen fish.
You know, I believe that life is what you make it, and part of making the most of life is having someone to share it with. So, being over 45 and single again, I knew what I was missing. Then I called Older is Better. They introduced me to some very special ladies who enjoy many of the same things that I do. So if you're over 45 and single, they can help you just as they've helped thousands of others. So call them, because life is what you make it.
If you like this weather, you'll love the rest of the week. The forecast from the WCCO Weather Center foresees clouds and wind and periods of rain and thunderstorms today. And again tonight and tomorrow, cloudy with a chance of showers and thunderstorms. For now, it's 52 degrees in the Twin Cities. We'll have another local news update just before 9 o'clock this morning. Stay with us for Donahue and the rest of the morning news.
The CBS Morning News continues with Faith Daniels and Charlie Rose.
Good morning again. Just the title is enough to make you want to read the book, Men Who Hate Women and the Women Who Love Them. In a few minutes, we'll meet the author of the book and a woman who says her life fits the title to a T. After that, Rue McClanahan of the Golden Girls will talk about what it's like being one of 3 actresses from the same show nominated for the same Emmy. And to end the morning ahead at what the fashion industry is offering up for next spring and summer. We begin with Faith and the latest news. Faith?
Charlie, Secretary of State Schultz says some shoes will be dropped in the Danilov case, and they could be the footsteps of Soviet diplomats leaving town.
A love life.
Forget him. He kisses with his eyes open.
And a little sister into one apartment? Well, Samantha is about to give it her best shot.
Rate your mate.
Premiering Monday, October 6th on CBS.
You don't have a mate.
Pam Dauber is my sister Sam.
I have a 13-year-old daughter, and I notice she and all her friends always have to wear designer jeans and designer shirts, and I was wondering, even if the families can't afford it, and I was wondering if, we're creating anything.
It's hard to say, again, this is the common style, but the point is she spending all her energy, all her time?
Services
is she
provided
making
and
up for
promotional
something?
fees
You
paid
gotta
by the
look,
following.
Because it's compulsive when
If you're really serious about safety, maybe you should buy a Volvo instead.
True Value's own Harvard brand 3-piece cutlery set featuring hardwood handles and stain-free steel blades is available exclusively at True Value hardware stores.
The Drake offers an exciting weekend in New York at a special price. The only Swiss hotel on Park Avenue. For reservations, call 800-DRAKE-NEW YORK or 212-421-0900.
I wanted to say that we used to talk about budgets and basic needs. The important thing is...
This is a Channel 4 news update.
The death toll from a fire in a South Africa gold mine is 176, and 235 more were injured by poisonous fumes 1 mile underground. The war on drugs has reached local politics. The Democrat running for the congressional seat in western Wisconsin has taken a drug test. Candidate Lee Mulder says he wants to join President and Mrs. Reagan's fight. No results yet on the test on the Democrat. The latest in Twin Cities daycare should appeal to yuppie sensibilities. Meals on China, computer training. Sure has a yuppie price tag up to $150 a week for infants. 52 degrees in the cities. Back in an hour.
The law offices of Mesh-Besher, Singer & Spence. A good firm to have on your side if you've been hurt in an accident.
If you've been injured in an accident and believe someone else is at fault, we'd like to help you. Without an attorney to take your side, you may have to pay much of your own way, and that isn't fair. But we can help, and you can see us for free. In fact, we're paid only if we win your claim and you collect. It's the only fair way.
Mesh-Besher, Singer & Spence, on your side.
Hey, Twin Cities, another great Broadway smash is coming.
Jay Hooker, then Western Adventure with Robert Conrad and Jan Michael Vincent in The Bandits.
Americans, we know who we are. And when it comes to news, we know who we trust. Dan Rather, weeknights on the CBS Evening News.
This is CBS. This is a Channel 4 news update.
Good morning, I'm Alan Cox. The United States launched a new satellite 6 minutes ago from an Air Force base in California. The $37 million weather satellite was launched on a rocket booster built in 1961. Space agency officials said the success of the launch is important because of all the troubles earlier this year at NASA. The American Embassy in Cairo is warning U.S. citizens in Egypt of a possible terrorist attack in the works. The warning says 1 or more U.S. officials may be the target in a few days. Mounds View and the Williams Brothers Pipeline Company have reached a tentative agreement that will allow testing of a damaged pipeline soon. Now 53 degrees in the Twin Cities. More on the Noon Report.
To bake baked beans this savory, rich, and delicious, you would sort them and soak them, measure in the mustard, slice the bacon, pack the brown sugar, approve the seasonings. Then bake them in a real brick oven until the sun went down. If you had the time, you could bake beans like this. Or you could buy B&M baked beans. There's really no other choice.
Both these lunch meats are fresh the first time you open them. But as time goes by, the package on the left loses freshness, while the package on the right doesn't. Introducing Golden Star Deli Doubles by Armour. Unlike ordinary lunch meats, Golden Star Deli Doubles individually wrap each sandwich serving, so you get first-time freshness every time. Now, can your sandwich say that? New Golden Star Deli Doubles. First-time freshness every time.
I wish Grandpa was here. Wonder why he had to see the doctor.
Hey, been doing any fishing this year, Phil?
You bet.
At Group Health, we believe in taking care of little things before they become big things. And you'll get the finest personal attention from your own doctor.
Everything's okay. We caught it in time.
Hey, pal, how'd they bite?
Grandpa!
Group Health. Healthcare with humanity.
Conco Shoes has just been authorized to liquidate over 45,000 pairs of women's overstock shoes and boots from Glovette. This unbelievable selection includes leather penny loafers, duty shoes, and boat shoes priced from just $14.99 and up. That's half of their regular retail price. If you're looking for a super buy on women's leather casuals or boots, now's